Hi, I'm Simon and this is a response to an open tag video. Now, those of you that have watched my channel will know that I've asked a few tag questions myself in the last couple of months, but I haven't actually done any responses to anyone else's tags, and I know that is terrible. There have been some great questions that have come and gone, and because I've procrastinated, I haven't got round to answering them. So it's about time that I did, and I'm going to start today with this, a response to Tony at ElectricAdventures question. I know this was posted a week ago, or more than a week ago. It's nearly 2 weeks now, but I wanted to answer this question, so I'm going to. And thank you, Tony, for posing this question. And that question is, which different variants of games do you like to collect? Now, if I'm to be honest, I am not a big collector of video games. I love video games. I do buy them, but I don't collect in the sense, in the same way that many of you collect. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos with guys with fantastic collections who have set themselves some really cool collecting goals, like maybe, I don't know, collecting every single game for a particular system. Collecting, I don't know, all the different variants of a particular series of games, or just buying everything, like Lawn Boys. Here's one where he's collecting everything from his childhood, or from his early teenage years when he had the Sega Mega Drive, and wanting to get back his youth. And there are some cool collecting goals that people have set for themselves, but me, I don't really have any. But that being said, there is one thing that I would like to collect, and that is every different variation, or at least a version on every system that my favourite game was released for. Now, those of you that have seen the second episode of Gamer's Living Room will know that Space Harrier is my all-time favourite game, especially the arcade game. And well, actually this came to me quite recently, that I would like to have, if I ever get a games room, I would love to have a display cabinet in it with all the, well, not all of them, but many different variations of Space Harrier. And I think there are something like 20 odd systems that Space Harrier, and it's been released on a ton of systems. And I would like to have a version of that on every system that it was released for. I've got a few already, not really intending to collect, just ones that I picked up over time. And I'll show them to you. And the one that means the most to me is the first version I got, and that is, and I've already shown this, the Sega Master System edition. Oh, I absolutely love this game. I know it's not perfect, but it definitely captures the essence of Space Harrier, and it'll always have a place in my heart. Yeah, I absolutely love it. I got another version of it quite recently. Again, I think I've shown this already, because I showed the system that I got this for. In fact, I got the game before the system, and that is the PC Engine edition. And this is actually really cool. It was much better than I imagined it would be. I'd seen some screenshots, and the thing that's not quite as good as many other versions of Space Harrier is the sprites are a bit smaller. But boy, does it shift. It's very fast in comparison to the Master System version. It feels much more like the arcade game. Brilliant, brilliant version. Very happy to have that. Then I've got some versions of the arcade game. One of those that was released was on the Sega Saturn, the Sega Ages collection. Afterburner 2, Afterburner 2, Outrun, and Space Harrier. And this is really very cool. It's considered by many to be the best version, best home version of Space Harrier. It's pretty much arcade perfect, or it's just a port of the arcade game. But there are others which I've got, and I think probably my favourite one of them is the one that's on Shenmue. Now this, I absolutely love this game. I remember when I first played it, finding out that there was an arcade in it that had Space Harrier, and then realising that you can actually play the game completely floored me. I mean, this game is an absolute masterpiece, and the fact that it's got Space Harrier as a playable arcade game in it makes it even better. So thank you, Yu Suzuki, for giving us, well, Space Harrier and many other games, including Shenmue. One other edition of it I really like, a nice freebie on the amazingly good value for money Mega Drive Ultimate Collection on the PlayStation 3 or Xbox 360. Very, very cool. It's got a few arcade games as extras that you have to unlock. And in this one, it's Super Thunderblade that you have to play to unlock Space. Super Thunderblade absolutely sucks on the Mega Drive, but the arcade edition that is unlocked is well worth enduring that pain to get. Then I've got another version of Space Harrier that's really kind of a reimagining of Space Harrier, and that is this edition on the Sega Classics collection. And I remember first seeing this on the shelves when the PlayStation 2 was a current gen title, current gen system, and thinking, oh, okay, it's a collection of Sega Classics. All right, not really that interested. All of these games they're good Sega Classics, but I'd got them on a lot of other systems, and so wasn't too worried about it. It wasn't until many years later that I realised, well, actually, this is a three-dimensional, a 3D reimagining of all of these games. Some of them are good, some of them are not so good. I mean, Space Harrier is interesting on this this collection. I don't like it as much as the original, but I'm happy to have it, and I do, from time to time, play it, because it's good, it's not great. And one other edition of Space Harrier 2, Space Harrier I've got is Space Harrier 2, and it's one that I don't really like. I think it only cost me £1 when I got it fairly recently, actually. It should have been awesome, but for some reason it's not. It doesn't play as well as the original Space Harrier. It doesn't have the creativity and imagination of the original Space Harrier. So not a fan of this. And that cabinet I just mentioned, my dream of owning, I don't think I would include that in there. Or if I did, maybe I'd put in the Japanese edition, because I love the boxes and the artwork on the Japanese Mega Drive games. So maybe it would find a place into there, but this one definitely wouldn't. So there we go. That's the kind of variant collecting that I would like to do. I'm not interested in collecting a particular game on a particular system and getting all of the different releases of that game. That kind of thing doesn't interest me too much. And if I do get a game, I like to have the original release of it. And I know a few others had mentioned this, that they don't like the budget releases, like, I don't know, the Platinum editions or the Encore editions on some of the old tape games like Spectrum and the Commodore. I just don't like them. Don't like the box art, and therefore wouldn't want them. If it was a case of one edition was ridiculously more expensive than the other, and I wanted to put a game for a particular system in this dream case, then maybe I would have a budget edition, but I wouldn't really want to. Maybe I'd leave the game out. I don't know. It's just a dream. But, oh well, thanks Tony for putting this question out there. It's a really interesting one, and I hope sometime in the future I can show you all the different variations of Space Harrier that I've got, and hopefully I'll have one for every system it was released on. So, thanks for watching, guys. From my spare room to wherever you are, this is Simon signing off. Bye bye.